mina olen Sandra Jõgeva ja me oleme tagasi Peipsi ääres minu YouTube'i saate Välja, sõit 6 osa filmimisel. Seekord oleme Kolkja külas, kus Eestis paar aastat elanud Ukraina kunstniku, kuraator ja disainer Viktoria Berezina avab oma uue galerii.
Please come in here. I would like also all artists to bring together in the exhibition also. Please, Maya, yeah, Dusia, yeah. Please, you also. Please, all artists, our team. Please come. Voice Maria, Sergey. Please. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming and sharing the important moment with us. My name is Viktoria Berezina. I'm artist, curator, graphic designer, organizer, culture events, festival exhibitions. 3 years and 6 months I live in Tartu, the best city for me now. And I'm from Ukraine, Kherson. Now we live together with my family here in this amazing place. It was really big dream, organize some gallery and bring together so many people, so many amazing artists. And I hope this exhibition really beautiful and you can saw everything inside. Yeah, and I would like to introduce my mom, please, mom. My mom. My husband, please. Because these people help organize everything here. This is the best builder. He changed floor, walls, everything. My mom made so delicious food, buns, cake. So it's everything for you today. This is amazing people around me today because you help me make my dream in true. We organized here exhibition Mycelium together with amazing people from Ukraine. My team, Sergey, Maria, Anastasia, Konstantin, Dusia. Now we live in different cities, in different countries, because art all time brings our together. And I really happy that these people today here. It's really important for me. Sorry. We organized Mycelium Fest in 2020 and 2021 in Ukraine, Kherson, and also bring together Ukrainian artists. We think it about made something bigger, and now we organize this Mycelium, this amazing gallery here. Yeah, and you can saw here so many different art like street art, ceramics, installation, painting, graphic, photographer, around 26 artists from Estonia and from Ukraine introduced in this space in the garden and the inside gallery. And I have some gifts for all my friends, all my artistic friends. Yeah. This is special gift. It's already nice tradition because when we organize some exhibitions, our really beautiful and amazing artist Kylie Kask, she made some flowers on some beautiful things. And this time I'm asked, Kylie, just 1 month. I know it's really crazy, but maybe you can do some small things for all artists. And she said, okay, Victoria, let's go, let's do it. And for all artists, she make really beautiful, small, like mushroom with different design. Yeah. So, yeah, and absolutely different pieces for different people. Yeah. This time, yeah, sorry, so many artists. You are amazing. You are the best of the best. It's absolutely different design and unique craft. Hi, you come in. So sorry. Congratulations. So, and I have gift for you also. And then for you. Yeah, please. So, is this one for you? Oh, wow. Wow. I saw
golden sweets.
Yeah, thank you.
So that it brings not only pleasure but money to it.
The Mycelium exhibition official open. Wow! Thank you, everyone, because people help me a lot. Donation. Some ask, Victoria, maybe you need chair or plants or something like this, and we put together and make something beautiful here. So we are just preparate, but we prepare together with all people. Thank you so much, and please enjoy. Yeah.
Interspecies.
Te toote eres?
De Rusia, de Ucraina y ahora de Estonia.
Claro.
Como
Gracias.
así.
Kas sinu tööd on siis need
Mõned stseened on need jah.
Need stseened.
Jah.
Aga kuidas sa Viktoria kureeritud näitusele sattusid?
Maari Soekovi kaudu, et tema oli kutsutud ja siis Maari rääkis minu seentest Viktoriale ja siis Viktoria arvas, et nad võiks ka siin olla siis näitusel installatsioonina.
ja kõik need külmkapimagnetid on ka sinu tehtud?
ja need on.
Kas kaardiga saab maksta?
Saab maksta.
Говори твои работы.
Здесь или вообще?
Вообще и здесь.
Ну, я художник-акварелист, иллюстратор. Здесь я представила работу акварелью «Лягушка». Тема была природа и что-то зеленое, связанное с лесом или с природой. Я подумала, у меня сразу была первая ассоциация, что это пепси-яр. Ну, здесь в любом случае есть конь.
Возникла мысль о том, чтобы, не вмешиваясь сильно в природу, подсветить это место. Чаще всего колодец ассоциируется с глубиной. Я хотела показать, что глубина может быть не только вовнутрь и во внешнее. То есть хотела продлить этот туннель, сделать путь от земли до самого неба. Это также для меня метафора о том, что у человека внутри может быть какая-то пропасть или тяжелый период, но если он отсвечивает снаружи, что-то видит хорошее, пытается найти, то это может спасать.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. So, how long have you been living in Estonia already?
From October 2022.
And you're kind of the most famous Ukrainian artist active in Estonia, I think.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I make different things, like organize exhibition festivals, creator projects, myself project, like artist, creator, culture organizer, also graphic designer, because I made everything together in all my projects. For example, this one, I'm also organized everything myself, yeah.
But how did you get an idea to, your friend Raul Oreshkin, of course, and how did you get an idea to open another gallery in this Peipsi region, near Peipsi Lake?
I remember when I just came, I was so broken, and around 2 years was depression, but I remember this moment, small moment, in November, start December 2022. And first time when Raul showed me Voronia, everything around white, winter, we go in a car, and I saw so many different colors, buildings here, houses, and here, oh, nice place, and this pillar rocket near lake, and Voronia, and I say, wow, it's amazing place, and he say, oh, maybe one time you have some small studio here. My husband all time saw I organize so many things, festivals, exhibitions, and all time I make for everyone, myself, for my friends, and he say, Victoria, you need to make something for you when you like gallery. It will be your baby. You can organize here what you want. It was really bad inside the floor, walls, and we changed everything with my husband, because when we just come in, absolutely was so ugly, and my friends, family, and people say, what do you want to make? That's a good idea, but we saw perspective in this space, because oh, this space will be gallery, like you saw this corridor, also nice garden here, and with view on the lake, absolutely beautiful. So 6 months ago, I start dreaming about how this space will look like, and this moment come today, and absolutely how I imagine in my head now coming through. If you stay inside this frame window, it also look like a painting. When you stay from this side, another nature, it's the best painter and the best artist, I think. Yeah, and we want to show how it's communicate with another artist, with this mycelium system, this mushroom system.
And this is, like we have very pleasantly many kind of independent summer galleries. This is one of them. that is open in the summer, every year different exhibitions.
I want to organize from maybe May next time, maybe to September. So we have like 6 months or more, because we need to make something fast for this exhibition. For example, it will be open 2 months, August and September. But next year, I think it will be so longer, like 6 months, something like this. And all time I want to change concept. For this moment, this is Mycelium, because we have festival in Ukraine, Mycelium, and I want to show this system, how it's blended now together, and how we communicate with artists in Ukraine, in Estonia, because our friends now lives in different city, country, and we continue communicate, and art all time connect us. And here I have so many amazing Estonian artist friends.
Do you want to have more than one curatorial or solo exhibition per summer, or one is enough?
We have some idea, and I hope maybe we realize next year. But I think this space will be also maybe for residents also, so people and artists can stay here and make some art, and maybe it will be some personal exhibition, maybe group exhibition. But I have one idea that maybe if we next year make like this basement, we have really nice basement, so maybe it will be one floor and second floor, and in the future I want to change this shelf. I want to make maybe some glass gallery and outside. It's my dream for this moment, because I like how it's look. It's amazing, this texture, but I hope this nice place for some big glass gallery, you know, it will be connect with this grow, and people just came and saw some art inside glass house. And for example, I'm also paint mural. It's around 6 murals in Estonia, and all time also work with Mondo. For example, I paint 2 murals for Mondo, and all this money go to this project. So art, continue work with art. So all my money go to this space, because I know it's have perspective. You have place when dream coming true. So yeah. Maybe next year we also organize something here with you if you have time, and we think it about this. Yeah, just
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Viktoria.